love him or hate him, that boy Josh Hooker done found himself in the top 5 in the blink of a fucking eye. But ain't it's your boy DHP, the realest and baddest MMA podcaster in the world. And y'all know what it is. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. But hey, so check this out, y'all. This is my official UFC updated rankings video. For those that been following me for a long time, I'm either gonna do it in the middle, depending on like how they update the rankings after a card or whatever. I'm either gonna do it in the middle of the month or at the end of the month. And this time for April, I'm gonna do this shit right now in the middle of the month because they just updated it post UFC 327. And by the way, yes, it's another late upload, so y'all niggas probably gonna see this when y'all wake up or whenever it come across y'all algorithm or feed. But hi, hey man, and you know what? And I was talking to the boys earlier about this shit with Josh Hokit or Hokit, however you pronounce it. Yeah, love him, I hate him. I mean, he's doing his job. He's doing his job. I mean, we all talking about him now. I still stand on business when I say that I disagree with how he handling things, because I do feel, I'm not going to too much on it because just go check out the video. The way he's going about things is disrespecting the morals and the sport of MMA. So I still stand on business. Like, I don't really fuck with the character and shit like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to discredit his fighting skills. I'm still going to analyze him on an analytical tip. And he do got some shit he got to clean up. But you know what? He's a good fighter. As I said in the comment section, shout out to the comment section, because y'all been lighting it up the past this past week and a half. But as I said in the comment section, I've been watching this nigga fight since the Dana White Contender Series, so I know how good he is. It's just his transformation on trying to be a fucking Conor wannabe or a Kobe Covington wannabe. This shit ain't it, coach. But anyway, enough of that. We here for the rankings. Yeah, so the rankings got updated post UFC 327, and off the rip, yeah, Josh Hooker, he done found it. With him beating Curtis Blades, he done found himself in the top 5. Now, this is why I said during the weekend recap for 327, it gets interesting with the matchmaking. It gets interesting with the matchmaking now that he's in the rankings, but obviously we know that he's fighting Dilu at the White House, which I don't even understand. To be quite honest, looking at the rankings now, yeah, that's still not a fight. Even days later, we like what, 2 days removed from our weekend recap video on Monday, or a day removed. Yeah, that's still not the fight I would make for this nigga. It's still not the fight because Dilu is ranked number 9. So yeah, this wouldn't be the fight at all. And now I'm starting to see with some of these upcoming matchups, I would have him wait. But I'm gonna go over the rankings and we're gonna talk about some of the shit that I see. So Tom Aspinall is the champ. Cyril Gahn still number 1. Number 2 is Alexander Volkov. And by the way, all that shit gonna change. If Alex Pereira wants Cyril Gahn and Alex Pereira fight, and let's just say Alex Pereira do beat Cyril Gahn, which is a very possibility, heavyweight is going to change. Heavyweight is definitely going to change after the White House card. Alexander Volkov, number 2. Sergey Pav is number 3. Waldo Cortez Acosta, number 4. Josh Hooker, number 5. Sergey Spivak, number 6. Curtis Blades has shot down to rank number 7. Rivian Kniev, number 8. Dilu is number 9. Ante DeJelia is number 10. Tyrell Fortune is number 11. Number 12 is Marcin Tiberian. Number 13 is Talon Teixeira. Number 14 is Mick Parkin. And number 15 is Shamil Givzi. So, pretty much from Sergey Spivak all the way down, it pretty much shuffled back. Everybody shuffled back because of the Curtis Blades loss. With Curtis Blades, with Josh Hokit, him beating Curtis Blades, it shuffled. Everybody that was below Curtis Blades got shuffled back, pretty much. But as we see, heavyweight do got some, which is, I said last time, based on what's coming up, heavyweight gonna have a little bit of shuffling coming up. We got some key matchups in May, and then obviously with D-Lew and Josh Hokit in June for the White House card. But heavyweight is going to pretty much stay the same until the other. Like I said, we do got some matchup coming, but the whole heavyweight division itself is going to be a little stagnant until we get to late May, that White House card. But Josh Hokit, I mean, it is what it is. There ain't really much more I can say about Josh Hokit. We done already ranked enough, but fighting wise, we gotta admit he do make the heavyweight much more exciting. And then on top of that, look, I'm making the rankings video today, and we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna do it once a month. But Gable Steveson, he's coming. As I said on the Monday weekend recap, Gable Steveson, he's coming, bro. No pun intended. He's coming. International Fight Week is gonna be his UFC debut, and we're gonna see who he get. I'm pretty sure by offer, looking at these rankings right now, just off the top of my head, I can honestly see him getting somebody like because I'm looking at the shit right now. So for the people that's already booked, hypothetically, or I'm just guessing, I can see him getting either the winner of Taliesin Teixeira and Sergey Pav. I can definitely see him either getting that or the winner of Alexander Volkov and Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm just guessing. More than likely, he's not going to get somebody like that. He's probably going to get an unranked opponent for him to showcase. More than likely, they're not going to throw him to wolves like that. But yeah, heavyweight. The only big shuffling is everybody that was below Curtis Blades because he lost to Josh Hokit. So we'll see where it go from here. D-Lew, Josh ain't really gonna move with his next matchup. He ain't gonna really move with him beating D-Lew. Like D-Lew would get back inside the top 5 if he was to beat Josh at the White House card, which is very possible, to be quite honest. But knowing Josh Hokit, he's, like I said, I've been watching him fight since the Dana White Contender Series. Unless he's really on his Justin Gaethje shit, where he just want to be entertaining. But that's the thing about Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is fool's gold, was he chose to be an entertainer striker route, but he is still deadly effective because he's also a technical boxer and kickboxer. Josh Hokit, he still got a lot of growth to do. But you can't really do that shit with D-Lew, because D-Lew got some extreme. Curtis Blades don't got power like that, so he got away with that shit. But D-Lew is a whole different nigga that you don't want to stand there and trade with. That's why his fight with Francis Ngannou was so damn boring, because they respected each other power way too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for heavyweight. Mick Parkin, he's on that. I see right now. Mick Parkin might be a little while till we see him fight, because he's been like hovering at like bottom half for like a good while now. Like, to be quite honest, so. And he lost to Massine Tiberia too. So we got to see what's going on with him. But going to the light heavyweight, and y'all know the biggest winner, well, one of the biggest winner, you can say, of 327. And I'm giggling because you have to say logically Carlos Ulberg is the biggest winner that he got the belt. But we already addressed that on Monday's Weekend Recap. This nigga Carlos is hurt. So now, whether or not he keeps the belt, we still waiting on that confirmation. But nonetheless, yeah, he's not going to defend the belt at all this year. But regardless, Carlos Ulberg is the champ. And you know what's fucking crazy about this shit, bro? You know what's crazy about it? And I don't want to rant about this, but I always rant about it each and every time I do the rankings. Because how is Big Ant, Megami Ongalev, how is he still ranked number one? The fact that he's still ranked number one is beyond crazy to me. I say this all the fucking time, and I don't do it, but I think I need to do it just so I can shut the fuck up. Because honestly, y'all probably get tired of me ranting about it, and now I'm at the point where I just don't want to fucking rant about it no fucking more. But I gotta see what's going on with this Meta AI. Like, have they been doing it since the start of the year? Because remember last year, Dana said, y'all favorite uncle, this nigga Dana said they're going to introduce the Meta AI to do the rankings now. So I was like, you know what? I'm not really all this, what's going on in the world with AI and shit. I'm really not all that, you know, I ain't for it at all. But in this instance, I do kind of feel like it's necessary because the UFC rankings has been flawed for a long time. And shout out to all my subscribers that's, you know, that's above like the age of 35 and above. Cause I'm 30 years old. I've been watching, y'all know I've been watching the UFC since 2007 when I was like in middle school, 2008, elementary, middle schoolish. So shout out to all my subscribers and followers that's above 35, you know, 35 and up, or even my 40 plus subscribers, because y'all been watching UFC or MMA for a very long time. As far as I've been watching for the past decade plus, the UFC rankings to me has always been super flawed, especially with the pound for pound rankings. But they got to do something, bro. They have to do something. Cause Megami, not only did he lose, but he don't have any activity time right now. His last fight was the Alex Pereira TKO stoppage. So you got, and granted, there's a lot of niggas that's coming off losses, and you know, and some of the guys in the bottom half of the top 15 is coming off dubs. So I understand, but it's like even before this fight, like coming into this fight, Yuri was ranked number 2. Alex Pereira vacated the belt to go up to heavyweight. Yuri and Carlos fought for the vacant, but Yuri was ranked number 2. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? But Megami still number 1. Alex Pereira's number 2. Yuri Proska's number 3. Jan Blachowicz number 4. Khalil Roundtree is number 5. Jamal Hill is number 6. And how the fucking did Jamal Hill move up when he's not? Jamal Hill is coming, and that's another thing too. Jamal Hill is still inside the top 10. Jamal Hill is still. Let me repeat. Jamal Hill is still in the top 10. How is Jamal Hill still in the top 10 when he's coming off like 2 to 3 losses back to back to back, and now he ain't gonna fight for a little while longer because of he's trying to rehab his Achilles more, but he's still in the top. That goes to show you that the depth, never mind the skill gap that I always bring up, but the depth in light heavyweight is lacking. That means like the prospects in light heavyweight, they're not really rising like they should be, or either they're not rising to the occasion like they should be and start flushing and shuffling these rankings, or the UFC doesn't have that many prospects that they haven't coming up. Because Jamal Hill, I'm telling you, he should not be number 6 at bare minimum. Hold on. Let me finish the ranking. Let me finish naming all the people in the top 15, and then I'll get back to Jamal Hill. Paulo Costa, him beating Asmat is ranked number 7. Asmat is number 8. Dom Ray is number 9. Number 10 is Bodan Guskov. Number 11, Volkan Ozdemir. Number 12, Alexander Rukic. Number 13 is Nikita Krylov. Number 14, Johnny Walker. And number 15 is, now because there's been a lot of shuffling, Alonzo Minfield has surprisingly got himself back in the top 15. Now back to Jamal Hill. At bare minimum, Jamal Hill should be at 12. He should be at 12 above Alexander Rukic. And Alexander Rukic should be 13th. Yeah, so that's how I do it. I put Jamal Hill at 12th, Alexander Rukic at 13th, Nikita Krylov at 14th, and then Johnny Walker at 15th. Bare minimum. He should not be inside the top 10 when he's coming off back to back losses, and he's gonna be out. He's not even. I guarantee you, we won't see Jamal Hill until at least bare minimum January, February, early winter of 2027. The latest we will probably see Jamal Hill is probably the summer of 2027. Because Achilles is no fucking joke. Like, if you think about other sports, Kevin Durant, KD tore his Achilles and he skipped the whole. He tore his Achilles in the NBA Finals against Toronto Raptors, right? He missed that whole next NBA season, that whole next basketball season. He ain't come back until the following NBA season. That's really a whole. If you want to do that in calendar years, that's a whole year and a half that he came back. And we look at it now with Tyrese Halliburton. You know, shout out to the light-skinned niggas out there. Tyrese Halliburton, he tore his Achilles in the NBA Finals as well last year. And he wasn't able to play this whole season of this year. So niggas won't see Tyrese play until the next NBA season, which will be this upcoming October. So Jamal Hill, so based on that, and then obviously MMA is more brutal with the legs than NBA, just because there's a lot of cardio, you're moving a lot in playing basketball, but you're not getting hit. You know what I mean? You're not getting hit there. MMA fights, obviously, this is a combat sport. This is a combat sport. You're going to get hit. So his legs gonna have to get conditioned. His legs is gonna have to get his strength back to take all those fucking low and calf kicks. So yeah, I would not be surprised if we see Jamal Hill back until like the summer of next year. But and I know that was a little bit long-winded, but long story short, or whatever, or short, whatever that saying is, Jamal Hill should not be ranked number 6. Because if you look at the niggas that's ranked below him, half of those niggas should overjump him based on activity alone. And it's crazy looking at this shit, right? The only person that really got to win right now, if you look at the top 5, the only nigga that got to win right now is Alex Pereira, and he's not even in the light heavyweight no more. Well, Carlos Oberg, but he's gonna be out for some time. But Megami Ankalaev coming off a loss, Yuri Proska coming off a recent loss, Jan Blachowicz a draw, Khalil Roundtree loss, and then include Jamal Hill, that's a loss. So out of the top 10, right? Out of the top 10, you have draw, win, loss, draw, loss, win. Light heavyweight it's in a unique spot for the title wise, because you have Khamzat coming up later this year, but it ain't looking too good, bro. It is not looking too good. light heavyweight might be the, well, no, heavyweight, but heavyweight and light heavyweight, it's this probably like the bot. If you combine every weight class as far as like loaded with talent and depth and all that other shit, and how deep it is, light heavyweight and heavyweight is like the worst weight classes in the UFC. And also by depth, like contenders, up and coming prospects, shit like that. So now we go into middleweight. As I said in the last video, there could be a lot of shuffling going on in middleweight, especially with Khamzat leaving. But Khamzat's the champ. DDP is another one. Like, how is DDP still ranked ahead of Nasruddin Imov? Like, this goes with the damn logic of the rankings that I be talking about every video. So DDP is ranked number 1, Nasruddin is number 2, Sean Strickland is number 3, number 4 is Brendan Allen, number 5 is Caio Borrello. And this how I know, to be honest, this how I know that Khamzat is about to move up, because I just put it on my story on my other platform. Y'all go follow my Instagram, because I'm gonna start doing more one championship reactions, because Rod Tang and Jonathan Haggerty, they about to start fighting again. So I'm gonna start going back to the one championship content. But Brendan Allen and Khamzat, they training. So that's another sign right there that Khamzat is definitely going up to light heavyweight. Brendan Allen's ranked number 4, Caio Borrello's number 5, Joe Pyfer's number 6, Fluffy Hernandez is number 7, RDR is number 8, number 9 is Izzy, number 10 is Robert Whitaker, number 11 is Jared Cannonier, number 12 is RoboCop, number 13 is CLD. Hey, CLD, bro, with the right matchup, this nigga can be inside at least 5th, 6th, or 7th by the end of the year or next year. Roman Elise is number 14th, and Paulo Costa is number 15th. And Paulo Costa has got shuffled back because of inactivity at middleweight, which again goes to the logic about Jamahal Hill light heavyweight. You know what I mean? But I guess if these niggas keep losing and shit like that, I mean, I guess you keep him there. But ain't really too much. Looking at the up and coming matchmakers for middleweight, there's really not a lot other than Khamzat. Looking at what I'm looking at right now, Khamzat, Sean Strickland, and Brendan Allen and Edmund Shabazian is the only matchups at middleweight. So you got all these niggas right. And granted, some of these niggas is coming off recent fights, so that's probably why, you know. But half of these niggas, they haven't been booked yet. So it's a mixture of some of them coming off recent fights, and some of them, and then the rest of them's not even booked yet. But for right now, ain't really no shuffling until we get some more matchmaking going. But Brendan Allen, Edmund Shabazian, that's an odd matchup, because you would expect Brendan to at least get somebody like Brendan. You know what? I would have said Brendan and Nasruddin Imov, just because Nasruddin declined that Khamzat fight. But I guess, you know, because they made this shit seem, if I remember correctly, Brendan Allen and Edmund Shabazian, they made that fight before the Khamzat and Sean Strickland announcement. So I'm guessing Brendan didn't want to wait, or I'm just saying hypothetically, if that matchup was like just pondering and they was thinking about that shit, I guess it took so long to make the announcement. Like, if Nasruddin wanted to fight Khamzat or not, Brendan took this matchup. But it's a weird matchup. It's definitely a weird matchup, because Brendan, based on the rankings, he's in position to get a title eliminated fight, or at least made, to be quite honest, because after Joe Pyfer beat Izzy, you know, he could have fought Joe Pyfer, or they could have ran the rematch back with Fluffy and Brendan Allen. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. it is what it is with that. Excuse me. So welterweight. I already know it ain't too much going on welterweight right now, but shit is brewing. Islam is the champ. JDM is still number 1. Number 2 is Ian Machado Gary. Number 3 is Michael Morales. So we waiting on we waiting on a lot of shit with that. Like, is it Ian? Is it Michael Morales? Obviously, y'all favorite uncle Dana White said that the fight with Ilya wasn't really even offered. So we don't know what the fuck going on with that, but I'm willing to bet a lot of money that, even though, again, I really don't agree with Dana all too often because he does and say some stupid shit, but I will take his side on this instant because I don't think I don't think this was offered. The Ilya and Islam fight for the White House, I don't think it was offered. Especially knowing the shit about Khabib. Khabib been saying, like, you know, it all comes down to the politics within the politics because of their religion. And I know Islam, them niggas, especially with the way they treat religion, they always stay true to their word. And I know Islam, yes, he wants to beat the fuck out of Ilya, and Ilya wanted to beat the fuck out of Islam, but just at the White House, he's not going to overstep Khabib's word. You know what I mean? So I knew based on morals. Like Dana, yeah, he said what he said, and I kind of agree with it, but I just knew based on morals. And then plus, Ali Abazi, little coconut peanut head ass, said they fighting a real welterweight. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't even need Ali to say something, but I just know how they do shit over there. Islam is not going to go back on Khabib's word. But anyway, so it's probably either going to be Michael Morales or Ian Gary, whichever one. To be quite honest, it still could be Marty Usman. But back to the rankings. Michael Morales is number 3. Belal Muhammad is number 4. Carlos Parati is number 5. Sean Brady is number 6. Marty Usman number 7. Number 8 is Leon Edwards. Number 9 is Joaquin Buckley. Number 10 is Gabriel Buffoon. Number 11 is Gilbert Burns, which, you know, I'm going to start talking about that tomorrow because Gilbert and Mike Malott is this weekend in Canada. Number 12 is my MVP. Number 13 is Roos Medic, which, I cannot wait for his next matchup. Number 14 is D-Rod. And by the way, D-Rod is, he's out of prison now. I wasn't even hip to this, bruh. Like, so after his last fight against Kevin Holland, this nigga was locked up the entire time. Like, how the fuck that happened? All for some damn weed, I think. Had to get a sip of my Mountain Dew. All for some weed, I heard. This nigga got locked up all for some weed. But D-Rod out of prison. And Kobe Covington is 15th. So that's pretty much it for welterweight. Lightweight, Ilya Tapor is the champ. Justin Gaethje is the interim champ. Number 2, Arman Sayukin. Number 3, Charlie Arles. Number 4, Max Holloway. Number 5, BSD. Number 6, Patty Pimblett. Number 7, Mateusz Gamrot. With him beating Esteban Reeboks, it overtook him to 7th over Dan Hooker. So him and Dan Hooker pretty much just swap spots. Dan Hooker's 8th. Number 9 is Henderson Moicano. Money. I can't afford to lose. Number 10 is Mauricio Rufy. Number 11 is Rafael Vazid. Number 12 is Benil Dariush. Number 13 is Mike Chandler. Number 14 is Manuel Torres. Number 15 is Fares Ziam. So lightweight is shaping up is shaping up to something serious. Because I always say lightweight is the perfect welterweight too. Well, it was welterweight, but now it's really lightweight in a fact where, or in a stance where it's that perfect mixture balance of the current, the old guard, the current guard, and the new guard. It was like that welterweight, but now it's a all new guard mixed with a little current. So lightweight is shaping up to some serious. Featherweight, We got Volk still the champ. Number 1 is Mafsar Evlov. This is probably the one that's where I'm like, okay, this is rightfully the number 1 contender. Soul-handed number 1 contender. So logically, featherweight is probably the most logical, morally right weight class on the rankings. Diego Lopez still number 2. Leroy Murphy is number 3. Yair is number 4. Aljo number 5. Number 6 is Gene Silva. Number 7 is Yusuf Salah. Number 8 is Arnold Allen. Number 9 is Steve Garcia. Number 10 is Kevin Vajayos. Number 11 is T City. Number 12 is Melquizael Costa. Number 13, Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico beating Pitbull this past weekend. Got him in the top 15 rankings. So shout out to Aaron Pico, because y'all don't sleep on Aaron Pico. Y'all keep fucking around and thinking some of these Bellator niggas ain't really like that. And Aaron Pico is only 29, so he should be really hitting his peak or his prime right now. But he's entered the top 15. He's 13th. David Onamba is 14th, and number 15, Pitbull. Pitbull, losing to Aaron Pico, has slid back into the 15th rank. So that's pretty much it for featherweight. Bantamweight, Petroyan. Number 1 is Merab. I still don't know. Till this day, I still don't know how to pronounce his last name. Merab's number 1. Umar Nurmagomedov, number 2. Number 3 is Sugar Sean O'Malley. Number 4, Corey Sandhagen. Number 5, Song Yadong. Number 6, Lami Zabib. Number 7 is Davison Figueiredo. Number 8 is Mario Batista. Number 9 is David Martinez. Number 10 is Chito Vera. Number 11 is Peyton Talbot. Number 12 is Vinicius Oliveira. Number 13 is Raul Rosas Jr. Chee-wee-wees. Number 14 is Montel Jackson. And number 15 is Farad Bashat. So bantamweight is actually shaping up pretty nice too. It's shaping up to something pretty serious. We got a couple good matchups. We got a couple matchups, especially in that top 10. There's a couple matchups that's being made. So you can see some shuffling with bantamweight, especially, you know, the cliche depending on who wins, who loses, and who loses. Excuse me. Flyweight. Let me get some of my Mountain Dew. We got Joshua Van, the champ. Number 1 is Alexandre Pantoja. Number 2 is Manel Cap. Number 3 is Tassilo Tada. Number 4 is Brandon Reval. Number 5 is Koji Horiguchi. Number 6 is Lonir Kavanaugh. Number 7 is Amir Balzi. Number 8 is Hasuo Balve. Number 9 is Baby Mexico, Brandon Moreno. Number 10, Alex Perez. Number 11, Tim Elliott. Number 12, Steve Erzay. Number 13, Charles Johnson. Number 14, Tiger Okobokanov. Number 15 is Bruno Costella de Silva. Flyweight. We starting to see, you know, as we see it with welterweight, we starting to see with flyweight, the old guard is little by little, week by week, month by month, event by event. Flyweight is starting to flush out on the old guard. The only one that's still there as far as the old guard is Pantoja. Really? And you know what? You know who's not there right now, bruh? Now that I'm looking at the shit, Car France is not in the top 15. I might have to looking at this shit, Car France is not in the top 15. So that goes to show you, like, well, I can't really say the old guard, you know, week by week, whatever, the old guard's gonna shuffle back, because we starting to see, you know, Koji Horiguchi, he's really part of the old guard from the UFC of, you could kind of say it was my era, even though I grew up on, you know, Chuck Liddell and the Tito Ortiz days. But, and that's another thing too, I might make another video on that, like, what describes a fan or a viewer of the sport? What describes them being part of an era? Because you could honestly say when I started to really grasp and really understand MMA on a whole different analytical point of view, you could honestly say from 2011, or at least when I was in high school, 2012, 2013, 2014 days. So pretty much you can kind of say like Horiguchi, or you know what? I wouldn't even say my era. Horiguchi was part of the flyweight, like, not the start of the flyweights, but he was one of the new up and coming prospects at that time when DJ and Ian McCall and them and Joseph Benavidez, when they started the flyweight, he was one of those rising, prospects through the ranks. But he's part of that era. He's still part of that DJ, that Ray Borg era of flyweight. So I can't really say the old guard's starting to get flushed out because, some of them still there. It's the fact that seeing Brandon Moreno getting shuffled back like this. Because when Brandon Moreno came back to the UFC, since Brandon Moreno came back to the UFC, he's been consistently in the top 5. And now he's not even close, especially with his recent loss against Lonir Kavanaugh. He's getting shuffled back. And tell you the truth, if he wanted to continue fighting, if he gets one more matchup and he loses, he might be outside the top 15. So, tell you the truth, I might tell Brandon Moreno, like, look, let's try bantamweight. If you want to continue fighting, you think you got one last one, let's try bantamweight. You know what I mean? Like, stylistically wise, he had a good favorable matchup over half of bantamweight. Because he can box. Definitely he can box. Inside boxing and at a range. And he can grapple too. And his jiu-jitsu is nice. Now, can he beat Merab or Umar Nurmagomedov? No. I think Merab and Umar would dominate Brandon. But everybody else, like Mario Batista and David Martinez, Chito Vera, he can beat him. Montel Jackson, he can beat him, But yeah, man, a little long-winded video, but hey, if you watched all this shit from start to end, I appreciate you, bro. I really do appreciate y'all. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck on out of here. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Because I do want to talk about Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott before we get to the preview show on Friday. So until tomorrow, or pretty much later on today, because when this shit upload, it is going to be Thursday, but it's going to be a late upload. But anyway, I'll see y'all niggas in the next video.